Let's check out this video. I never reacted to Whisper before. I saw this headline on the on YouTube. It started it was blowing up. Let's
panic
see.
in court today. He collapsed. Inside a packed federal courtroom, his new legal team faced evidence so damaging that one of them, according to multiple insiders, stood up, slammed a folder shut, and stormed out. And minutes later, Diddy hit the floor. We're talking about...
Okay. It seems like the video is going to cover the majority of the case. I wasn't sure if this was like covering just one event or one situation or what. Okay. Let's do it. Sorry. Let's go, Monos.
Diddy didn't just panic in court today. He collapsed. Inside a packed federal courtroom...
What do you mean collapse though? Like an actual collapse? Like as in like bro fell on the floor, or like was it like a "Oy, Dios mío" kind of like situation?
So damaging that one of them, according to multiple insiders, stood up, slammed a folder shut, and stormed out. And minutes later, Diddy hit the floor. We're talking about federal-level evidence.
One of them. Okay, I was gonna say, all right. So I mean, of course, he's gonna have multiple lawyers, right?
Hard drives, surveillance footage, private messages, and after weeks of delays, sealed filings, and jury selection, the courtroom finally saw what the defense had been fighting to keep buried. Now, sources say even Diddy's own team couldn't spin it, because what leaked wasn't just bad, it was undeniable. This isn't the same kind of legal chess we've been seeing. This is straight-up disaster control. According to insiders inside the courthouse, the moment the prosecution revealed the new batch of evidence, which includes what they're calling unredacted primary source data, everything shifted.
Unredacted primary source data? Is that like the actual freak off clips or what?
The judge reportedly paused the hearing. Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, not Rico who already bailed, stood frozen as the prosecution laid out timestamp metadata.
Wait, there was already another lawyer that had previously failed?
Confirming a chain of communication between Diddy and multiple parties referenced in previous lawsuits. But when a second exhibit was pulled out, an encrypted video file recovered from a seized hard drive, that's when things exploded. One eyewitness described Diddy's face going completely pale. Another said he looked like he was trying to keep it together, but his leg was shaking under the table. And then, as prosecutors revealed, the footage included more than one high-profile figure in what they labeled a non-consensual controlled environment. Agnifilo stood up, shook his head, and walked straight out. No objection, no motion, just walked. Moments later, Diddy reportedly whispered to his remaining counsel, leaned forward with both hands gripping the table, and then collapsed back into his seat, eyes shut, visibly unresponsive for at least 10 seconds. Court was immediately recessed. What came next wasn't a defense strategy.
Wait, what?
It was damage control. Behind closed doors, sources say Agnifilo told court staff he was considering withdrawing from the case, citing conflict of defense strategy and client transparency. Translation: Diddy hadn't told him everything. The judge reportedly gave Agnifilo 48 hours to decide, but the
So you telling me you got your lawyer out here trying to like save you? Hey, you're not even gonna tell him all the crimes you actually like committed? Like, I feel like if you're guilty, you at least gotta let the lawyer know, like, hey, I don't know how the hell we gonna get out of this one, right? Because I sure still do that thing, you know. But like, bro, you're joking, right? If this is true,
message was clear. This case is not going to trial the way Diddy hoped. And here's the thing, this isn't happening because of just one clip or one document. This is the result of a coordinated timeline, handed over by federal investigators, and cross-referenced with multiple sealed testimonies and forensic data extractions from Diddy's seized devices. We're talking travel logs that match Cassie's original lawsuit, payment records linked to anonymous accusers, deleted, text messages that were recovered and decrypted, and surveillance footage.
Yeah, here's the funniest part, is that so many people think that you could just delete text messages. Nah. I mean, sure, go for it. You can make up all the excuses. Every time I mention this, somebody out there, no, if you do it like that, and this, and then, no, and then suddenly, the actual people with actual power get involved. And all of a sudden, oh, we recovered text messages, emails, footage. Like, bro, Your data's not safe.
Footage from Diddy's own properties, cameras he forgot existed. Sources inside the courtroom described what happened next as the moment the tone of the trial shifted permanently. The prosecution wasn't just proving Diddy did something, they were showing how many people helped him hide it. In one document presented under seal, prosecutors alleged that Diddy maintained a rotation of celebrity guests, some of whom were aware of the nature of the After Dark sessions, and still chose to return. Another report focused on a set of email exchanges between Diddy's assistants.
Now see, that's the report everybody wants to hear. We want to know who are the people that were going to these parties. We need a list of names.
And party planners, confirming that guests were told to sign NDAs, surrender phones, and stay off balconies to avoid press photos. This wasn't a chaotic lifestyle, it was an organized machine. And when that machine started to break apart, so did the silence. Multiple sources have now confirmed that federal agents are in communication with at least 5 additional witnesses, some of whom were involved in logistics, transportation, or event coordination. And the term RICO, once just
transportation or event coordination. Nah, son, these people were like, you already know what it is. Like, all these people were like, just trying to like find these victims to bring to the
comment
freak-offs.
sections is now showing up in legal filings and behind-the-scenes meetings. Why? Because if prosecutors can prove that multiple people helped organize, cover up, or financially benefit from a pattern of exploitation, that's no longer individual criminal behavior. That's racketeering. Just hours after Diddy's courtroom collapse, the ripple effects hit harder than anyone anticipated. This wasn't just a few sponsors ghosting a scandal. This was a coordinated retreat. Several brands that had once been eager to associate with Diddy's name, companies that built entire campaigns around his legacy, began scrubbing his image from existence. A media conglomerate behind 2 televised award shows announced that—
Is that him with Michelle? No, who the hell is that? Is that—
was reviewing all past sponsorship contracts connected to. Diddy hosted events, and insiders say
the more I think about it,
have already begun about—
I never really looked at images of it.
Pulling archive footage from future broadcasts. A former business partner, someone who once called Diddy a visionary during a press junket, released a vague statement about reassessing public partnerships amid ongoing legal developments. No names, no direct mention, just distance, fast. Then came the fashion world. One luxury brand that had previously featured Diddy as the face of an upcoming capsule collaboration quietly removed his—
Bro, he even got villain eyebrows. Look at those eyebrows. He got like the arch. He got like the he. You know, he got the he. You know, the little. Hey, you know, the little Wario, like W, half W.
Promo materials replaced his name with a generic placeholder on their online store and deleted multiple promotional posts across Instagram and TikTok. No explanation offered. Behind the scenes, fashion insiders say at least 3 more collaborations are now being frozen indefinitely. This isn't just damage control. This is the system turning inward, not out of morality but out of survival. Not because it cares, but because it knows what's coming. And the legal world knows it too. Let's talk about the elephant in the courtroom, Agnifalo's walkout. This wasn't a man asking for a recess. This wasn't a strategy meeting gone wrong. This was a veteran criminal defense attorney, a man who's defended international war criminals, high-stakes rack—
Is that true? Did he actually defend war criminals? Like, yet this guy is gonna freaking walk out on your case? How badly? What the hell's on these? What's on these tapes?
Racketeering cases.
How much baby oil did you use?
And federal-level conspiracy charges, rising to his feet mid-hearing, closing his folder, and walking out on a billionaire client in the middle of a federal trial. You don't do that unless your client is lying to you, unless the evidence is so much worse than you expected, or both. And according to court whispers, it's both. Mark Agnifilo wasn't just brought on for his courtroom skills. He was Diddy's insurance policy, a man who's handled chaos quietly for some of the most notorious names in American history. But even Agnifilo, with all that experience, all that calculation, reportedly told court staff he could no longer guarantee an ethical defense strategy if all the facts weren't being disclosed. He saw the tapes, he saw the logs, he saw what the prosecution had, and decided it was no longer worth defending. And that's not just a red flag, That's a neon sign screaming, "This case is spiraling." So what happens now? If the lawyer's out,
I mean, that's one hell of a, like, bad omen for the diddler. Like, that's, like, cool. Like, I gotta say, I'm starting to think this guy might be put away.
the strategy's collapsed, if the evidence is sealed but solid, and if the courtroom is already talking RICO, then what exactly does Diddy have left? After Diddy was helped out of court, media coverage exploded. But what mattered more was what didn't get posted. Publicists for several major artists went dark. Booked podcast appearances were canceled without notice. Entire panel events at upcoming music conferences that were supposed to include Diddy as a legacy guest were rebranded, restructured, or quietly removed. And it all happened within hours. Some say it's optics, some say it's PR damage control. But let's call it what it really is, fear. Because whether or not Diddy is convicted, the information leaking out is doing something far more dangerous than convicting one man. It's pointing fingers outward. It's cracking open a system, a machine, that's operated in silence for years. The names may still be sealed, but prosecutors have them, witnesses.
And that's exactly what every single person on the internet is waiting for. The moment we get those names, the moment we get the list, y'all so freaking done. Didn't 50 Cent say he was gonna make a documentary about him? I hope so. I hope he does. Somebody's gonna have to do it. Somebody's going to. It might as well be 50 Cent. Get that bag.
Confirmed them, and the paper
Hell
trail
yeah, he
doesn't
should.
lie. You can spin rumors.
He absolutely should too. I think 50 Cent was one of the few people since like the beginning that's been saying that Diddy was like problematic, isn't he? I feel like 50 Cent's been saying since day one that he was problematic. Who else? Freaking Cat Williams. Dave Chappelle, I think, was calling this fool out, talking about Hollywood and all that stuff. Like, just before he went to Africa.
Deny civil lawsuits. You can even try to distract with new
He was talking about, not necessarily as far as, like, the free cops, right? I'm not saying Dave Chappelle, like, was talking about the free cops. Dave Chappelle was talking about how the music industry and the movie industry, the TV show industry, effectively was basically turning into like the modern day version of the mafia, similar to all the things that we're seeing right here in this trial, where Diddy would like do this, do that, and then would send his people unofficially, unrelated to him, that would like go and I'm not gonna make any accusations, but I'm just saying, like they're talking about. I'm just saying they're talking about, inside of this court, they're talking about people that potentially, allegedly, got their cars Molotoved. And I'm not making any accusations. Please don't hurt me. To any, friggin' Diddy defenders out there. But I'm just saying, it's not the first or the last time the bro's been accused of firebombing a car, and
and social media pivots, but you can't unfaint in court. You can't unstorm out mid-trial, and you definitely can't explain away time-stamped surveillance footage that was never supposed to
exist. Like, that's some real mafia stuff, right? I'm just saying, bro. Like, that's some real
exist. This isn't just
like, bro. Really, like, if half of what's being said is true, bro would literally what a freaking oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, this is a. That's a thumbnail right there. That's what I have to do. Give me that. Oh, that is a glorious. Alright, this is good. This is a good one. I'm saving this. Thank you. That's a thumbnail. What was I saying? I said
the unraveling of Diddy. It's the unraveling of an entire ecosystem of protection.
Oh yeah, like at these free cops, he would like force people to do something so that he would have blackmail on him, right? That's what some of the allegations are.
From handlers to event planners,
you gotta get that
assistants
control.
To executives that kept this operation moving for years. And now, it's collapsing in real time. The one question nobody wants to say out loud, the one being whispered behind redacted documents and sealed exhibits, is about to be forced into the spotlight. Who helped him keep it going? Because that's who's getting called next. That's who's going down next. Yeah, not just who helped him keep it going. Everybody wants a list of of party goers. Okay, we want a list of who's been there, who's a reoccurring, guest.
Do
you think Agnifilo walked because of what he saw, Or what Diddy hid from him? Was this lawyer blindsided, or was this the only way out? This story
100%
isn't
he was
over.
blindsided.
It's only getting...
I feel like if even half of everything that we've seen so far is true, no lawyer with good common sense, I feel like, would take on this case. You get me? Like, how much money would you need to effectively, almost there's that's a guy that defended this bad person, you know, like, ooh, that's the guy who defended OJ. Ooh, that's the guy who I was about to say a more recent one, but I'm not gonna say it because I'm not trying to get that kind of heat right now. You know, like, well, you get what I'm trying to say here. It's like, oh, that's the person, but that's like, yeah, you know, he got a paycheck though. You know, like, I feel like most people, yeah, he got a paycheck. But if you're defending this guy with all the stuff he did, and at a certain point, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's already, like, in the back of your brain, you're already like, bro, I'm taking such a hit to the, like, if people are gonna hate me, like my name is gonna be plastered all over the place. Then for you to, like, lie to him, not tell him the whole story, like, bro, I'm already sticking my neck out for you as a lawyer, and then you go, like, add this on top, like I'm sure that from the sound of it, this guy even helped again a war criminal. So it's kind of like, bro is like not necessarily, like, I'll say this, right? Because of course, like, he's definitely the kind of lawyer that can put personal feelings aside, you know, from his job. He keeps his personal feelings and his job and work ethic separate, bare minimum. So, like, if he's walking out on you, I doubt it's about, like, how horrible the stuff is. It's gotta be about just how it's gotta be lies. It's gotta be, like, something's coming out that's, like, not worth it anymore. You know, like, bro had to basically say, like, this is FUBAR. There's no reason for me to continue. The money's not worth it. I don't care, I'm going home. You get me? Something.
Started. And if this is what the first week of trial looks like, you don't want to miss what happens when those sealed names finally get read out loud in court. Hit subscribe, because the next name on that list might be someone no one saw coming.
Well, I'll tell you
Diddy
what,
didn't
I gotta be honest though. Even though, like, you know, a good video, by the way, please go like, go subscribe, share the video. Never checked out Whisper before, so, you know, I'll keep an eye out for some of the stuff. I just wish they showed, like, clips, something a little bit more. I understand that a lot of it has to be kept under closed doors, so at the end of the day, yeah, of course, it's all gonna be rumors, it's all gonna be, you know, this, that, or the other. I'll subscribe to sort of, like, try to keep updated. If I hear anything else, we'll sort of, you know, try to keep up with this, but man, you know, at the end of the day, like, I don't see, like, you know, I kind of just want to see, like, a trial. I want to see something, like, some meat on these bones. Right now, it's just a whole lot of, like, we can't say nothing, we don't know nothing, we can't freaking discuss this, it's all hidden behind the freaking red tape. Yeah, whatever. Like, talk to me when you got the list of people's names, alright? Ayoo, Monodachis! Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also find links to the videos that we reacted to today down in the description below, along with my Oshi marks. I'll see you in the next video, Monos. Goodbye, and thank you so much for swinging by. Salut!